Ah, finally, it's working. Okay. Hi, good afternoon. It is Friday the 13th. Yes, actually, that date itself, yeah. It is moving into the weekend, and this weekend is special because it is on the official celebratory mood. It is Diwali or Deepavali, or the Festival of Lights as they call it, also in conjunction with the new moon that is usually occurring at this time of the year. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk briefly on. So these are my notes on it. Um, this is also uncannily into the second half of the month. Yeah, so the new moon itself is on November the 15th. That's a Sunday, and it is very exciting because November has been a month of two halves. Yeah, so we're getting into the second half, new moon beyond, where it's all about forward momentum, right? So finally, after a lot of the times that we've had to deal with whatever it is that we've had to this particular year, and also in the past few months actually in our endeavors, and if you have been working very very hard in terms of what you want to rebuild, what you want to restructure, and if you've been working very hard towards those new goals for you, it's been, yeah, as you probably realize, not the easiest thing, very challenging, but yet we are starting to see some tangible rewards, right? It's sort of like the first phase that we receive back all the efforts that we put in, particularly in the past few months or so. And it really depends on your own personal situation, how these manifest for you, right? But the key is really now's the time to, on one perspective, yeah, you will probably see, certain feedback, right, from the universe. It really, again, depends on what you've been working on. So if you've been working on a new angle of your business, or maybe you've taken a new approach in a new career perhaps, then you start to see a little bit of tangible rewards coming back that tells you basically you're on the right track, right? To keep you encouraged to continue to do the good work, building into the mid to long term future. Okay, so the new moon, thus, once you pass that mark, it's also a good time to also then maneuver yourself into maybe what you want to achieve next. And like I was saying, this is a particularly good phase of energy. In fact, the forward momentum energy is going to slowly, as we move from the new moon onwards into the following days and weeks and all that. It's going to be much more significant and much more energetic compared to the sort of like stuck feeling, even though when you have that mode, it's to tell you to resolve things and to figure things out slowly but surely, right? But now the momentum's about to hit us, so give it a little bit of time and then use that to more aggressively move into what it is that you're doing, right? Particularly because the full moon that's going to be occurring right at the end of the month, signifying the end and the wrap of November 30th, and then moving into the month of December, where we will slowly, within those few weeks in December, right, move into the energies of 2021 as well. But more about that later, yeah? So you want to use the period from between the 15th to the end of the month, the 30th, to actually really move forward in whatever it is that you're doing, right? And to use that energy to propel you into the next level of the transformation that you've been doing. So the key is that it is transformation. Now's the time to be more tangible about it. And like I said, in some perspectives, also in some respect, also start to reap, the first initial feedback from the universe that you're on the right track, right? So then use that energy and that encouragement to propel yourself forward in all your endeavors. But the tenet is that it is founded upon major transformation, right? So we are transforming into a new level of existence. So grab the opportunity, and if you're still figuring it out, really work it out ASAP, because you're going to ride upon what's to come in December onwards, right? So if you're still sort of halfway in, halfway out, then it's the time to really reach deep into your psyche and figure that out. What is holding you back? Let that go, and use this second half of the month to at least initiate this major transformation and changes. So that keyword is there, right? So you either transform, or there is a propensity on the other side of things, right? Something to watch out for is there's that tendency to want to run away, you want to live in denial, so it's better to not face reality, and so run away and into particularly escapist tendencies. So that energy is quite conducive for that also. So if you find yourself indulging a little too much, right, whatever it might be, in anything that gives you pleasure, or in, you know, like if you've been watching way too many Netflix series and streaming too many or you know, of those shows, then there might be an indication that you're sort of running away from what you need to face and what you need to do, right? For me also, I've been catching myself as well, because you know, like I'm upgrading my phone, for example. So I keep, you know, going back to that mode where like I'm checking on like, okay, how's this phone looking? You know, I'm viewing some clips on YouTube as to like, okay, you know, what features to expect and all that. So yeah, some extent it is practical, but yet I'm just like reminding myself, okay, don't overdo it, even though it's not all that much. But whatever it is, right? So just be on guard that there might be that, you know, in the face of deep transformation and the deep changes that we are facing, there might be some tendency to like, you know, just sort of indulge and just escape for a while, right? So the energies of the month can potentially lead to that. So just be aware of that, yeah? But on a more positive note, like I said, the end is near. That's a term that just came to my mind, right? So keep positive, stay charged, use the second half post new moon of November 2020 to really you know, make tangible efforts towards whatever it is that you are doing at the moment, particularly that is aimed at making the future better for you in the long term. Okay, so one more thing, compromise is still necessary, right? So really look into every situation that you're facing in this effort of transformation, effort to build for the future. And really at every moment where you are challenged, take a step back and go like, okay, what's the best way for me to reach a compromise to this? Again, evaluation is very important, right? Don't give away your value, but then don't be overly you know, have over high expectations as well. So try to reach and evaluate where that compromise point is. And also, speaking of compromise, right? So you need to balance again between what you want, your forward achievement that you're looking for, the forward growth that you're looking for, against what is possible within the current context, but with the mind aimed at the future. Okay, so remember, always keep this into perspective at every point that you are questioned or you come across maybe a little bit of a stumbling block, an obstacle, maybe you are in the midst of negotiating something and so on. Okay, so I wish you all the best for the second half of November. And once again, you know, if you have not clicked on notifications and things like that, if you've not liked the page, if you could do that, that would be pretty awesome. Get notified whenever I go live or whenever I put up features on here. We are about to welcome 2021. We are about to welcome the Metal Ox as well, so there's going to be lots of features lined up for you as well, yeah? And speaking of transformation, if you're still uncertain, if you are still worried, because fear can really hold us back, then why not get a consultation, right? So either you can opt for the quick 15-minute audio consultation where I'll zoom in into what I decipher from the chart is the transformation that you need, or if you want to be much more interactive, right, and raise your concerns, bring up your issues or whatever that's troubling you or whatever concerns you might have, then of course the one-on-one would be a better way to finally resolve things. Okay, so that's a wrap for today's short notes. Have a great second half of November, and also a meaningful Festival of Lights, and happy new moon to you. Okay, till the next time, take care, bye-bye.